What's up everyone, it's Agent Juicy here today, and I'm gonna do the Blackberry Q10 and the Blackberry Playbook and see how it works with Blackberry Bridge, so you guys could get a comparison. To get the Blackberry Bridge application, you have to go to Blackberry World, then you go to the search bar, and you search Blackberry Bridge installs, and you just basically click on the button, then you basically hit add new tablet right here, and basically it searches for the new tablet via Bluetooth, or you could scan the pin. Nothing too fancy to be explained there. That being said though, we'll just take a quick tour of all the settings and stuff like that. So at the top we have help, then we have the settings button. In the settings center, what we do have here is the cursor sensitivity, the scroll sensitivity, and you could manipulate that and adjust it faster or slower. What I've found is this is the optimum or the perfect setting for me. And if we scroll down lower, we see basically scroll in the same direction or basically invert. When you're scrolling, I won't select that, and drag and lock support. The bottom is basically the ability to use the trackball, the trackpad, the browsing scroller, whatever you want to call it. But if you look on the screen here, well, I'm just going to scroll that, you can see the cursor moving very faintly. So what I'll do, just keep scrolling it until some of you guys see it. Hopefully you guys saw it there. The bottom, what we do have here is the clicker, which basically you could go back and forward in slides. This is the same thing on a 9700 layout. It's just a little better and nicer, and you don't have you have the touch screen, which is a lot nicer. So if you wanted to use a keyboard, like right now in this screen, it won't be possible. You have to actually select the keyboard, then a blank white piece of page comes up, and then you could type in whatever you want, and it usually shows up on the screen. But it's a pretty cool safety, or I'd say a safety feature. That way you don't press anything, especially if you're browsing with it on the table. So one of the gestures that I want to show you is basically how to click on something. So what I'll click on right here, I'm going to scroll down to the calendar application, and I'll circle it just so you guys can see it, and I'll tap on the calendar application like that, and then you can see it just kept on going. So what I'll do is I'll just tap on that and go back here, and if you see me pull to the right, you'll just see the entire thing move. And what else is scrolling down? I want to scroll over, so I'll just hit that button right there. Or you can scroll back to the edge on the Playbook, and you can see it moves from either way. Like that. And if you look, I'm going to click on the weather, and this is something that I found that was really a bit, was really weird, and I hope you guys do appreciate this little detail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll down to hourly. So that way we have basically a 12-hour gap, and you can see the weather for Ottawa. And if we drag over, you can see it's not really moving when it's supposed to actually be moving. And you're supposed to scroll over, and you do that by basically moving to that direction. And I could see, I would have really appreciated if you could have like moved a little faster. You could actually browse through the times fully, but you only get like so much throw, if you want to call it, in the actual sliding feature. So that's really awesome. It's a little bit buggy, you know. Blackberry could do a little work on that, but it isn't too bad. It's usable. So that's like one of the main features, I would say. So you could still see that's pretty much it. So I'll just use the gestures on the keyboard right here, and I'll click on that, and I'll end that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the browser. It's going to show you how to scroll up and down. So this is the browser app, and you can basically easily maneuver by just scrolling up and down with your two-finger gesture that I told you about. And to click on something, you just basically tap on one item. So what we will open up here, we'll open up, let's open up YouTube. And one thing that I would like to show you guys is I would actually like to see Alt and T to open up a tab. so Alt and T won't work. But if I were to go in the typing, so I hit Alt and T, still doesn't work in a typing feature. And you know, that totally blows. And I'll hit Shift and T in case you guys are wondering. I'll hit all three of them, and it still doesn't open up a new tab, but it's still typed something up there in the search bar. So one interesting fact to know. So there's no keyboard shortcuts that works with the Playbook, and that's something that should be implemented. So that's my second little bashing, if you want to call it, on my little rant. So one more thing I want to show you is how you type and stuff like that in the search bar. So what we do have here, it's we have the cursor. We're just going to click. We're going to go to the search bar. We're going to tap on the search bar, and then we're going to go backspace. But if you look, nothing's going back from the mistakes I just typed in when I was trying to type. But yeah, so definitely you can't go back. So how do we go back? Like I said, you just basically tap on the keyboard, and then the keypad is activated, which is a really cool little security feature that I really like. So let's go to Agent Juicy. So yeah, you guys probably saw that coming. One thing to do note, and I want to point out, if you're typing a password in this field, or you know, you're using a Playbook, what's going to happen is the first letter of whatever the word you are typing, it's going to be capitalized, or the caps lock is going to be turned on just for the first letter. So bear that in mind for those of you users out there who may eventually possibly lock your Playbook and wipe your Playbook by sheer coincidence, and you may not have seen that. So keep that in mind. So instead of holding down the delete button, what we could do is just go back and just you know, simply just go back, and it just automatically clears it from the phone. So on the actual, one little cool thing that I would like to also show you guys, you could basically put this flat on your table and use it like a two finger, and I'll show you how that works. So I have the 9700 right there, so I'm gonna basically doing this like a mouse. I'll treat it like a mouse, and you guys just look at the screen right there. So you can see I'm scrolling down, and I'll just pan over for you guys to see. That's how it looks. And I'll try to get a little shot in with both of you guys. Sorry for making so many camera movements, but yeah. Let's get my finger. Okay, so I'm on the bottom of the page, I think. No. So you see how it looks. So that's how you scroll with the device. So one more. Now what I want to show you guys is comparing this now to the Blackberry 9700, which is it was developed for OS 6, OS 7. The Playbook, Blackberry Bridge stuff was developed particularly for that, but let's compare it now. So that's it, pretty much what I have to say. To switch basically between slides, I use this with the HDMI cord that I showed you guys that I picked up on eBay for like $2. So basically, when I was lecturing and stuff like that, I often use the clicker. You basically connect this to the Playbook, and the Playbook is connected to the overhead projector, and then you have the ability to look awesomely cool. So one final, very last thing that I will show you with the Q10, and I really want you guys to pay attention to this because I'm going to compare it. If you click on the Blackberry Bridge folder, and all you see, it's basically the README file. You have absolutely no options here. I'll show you the options that you have with the 9700. So this is what I say: the Blackberry Q10 and the Blackberry 10 devices, it's still in the process of being developed. It's still in the development mode. So it's definitely the bridge application and the Playbook is just not there as yet. And I'll show you what's missing from this folder. So like I said, keep this image in your mind. All you have is just a README file, which basically says, it doesn't really say much. So I'll just type in the password and maybe it'll work. Okay, I don't have the password. So let's pan over to the 97. I'll show you what's missing. So all you do is just basically select on the Blackberry Bridge icon. It opens it up, you turn it on. It's pretty simple, and you're gonna see this nice little lovely interface here. And I you know what? Like using the trackball it's very controlled. It's not terrible or anything like that. and it's definitely quite maneuverable with using just a trackball. It definitely is a lot better than using the touchscreen, because it feels a lot more optimized and well developed for the trackball surfing, the Playbook and stuff like that. So what I wanted to show you guys, a couple things. It's with the 9700, you don't have the lock and key feature, meaning like if you accidentally hit a button right here, it just automatically types it, versus in the Q10, it you know, it has a safety feature that I explained earlier. So some of the options that we do have here, it's basically navigation keys, function keys. We have several files such as messaging, text messages, contacts, calendar, BBM, memory pad, task, and all of those stuff on the screen in this folder that I just showed you. It basically comes from the BlackBerry bridge. So what the BlackBerry bridge does is basically take everything from the phone and just spits it out on a bigger screen for you, and all the stuff that you mainly use. So if we look at the calendar, I'm not sure, so I'll put in my device password, and you can basically see my calendar application for the BlackBerry itself on my BlackBerry. And this is a calendar application for what's on my BlackBerry right now, and you can basically see I have nothing due this week. So you guys could see what I do have here. It's basically nothing for today or tomorrow and stuff like that, or for this week. Well, I do have stuff due this week, but it's not modified for my calendar because I really stopped using this. So that's basically it for the BlackBerry Bridge application, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it, and every little like and subscribe counts. So I'll see you guys later.